What's going on? Today I've got on my hands a 2002 1.6 Ford Focus Z-Tech. Now, just looking at the car, it doesn't look like anything special, and that's because it isn't yet. But we are going to get this, me and a few of my trusty companions, James being one of them behind the camera, and a few other friends, are going to get this track ready for the one and only Nurburgring. It seems like a lot to do, and there is a lot to do, but that's going to be the whole point of this series. We're going to be working together to making this a track star. Let me show you the few things first that I think really need the most work on the car, and then we can have a bit more of an introduction to it and the engine. Right, so the first things, apart from all of the normal sort of bangs and scratches like the generic bits of wear and tear that come with 155,000 miles, is the rust. Now, there isn't any structural rust, at least to our knowledge yet, which will be fun to find out once we get the car up and we get working on it. But at the moment, really the discs are going to need doing, and I forgot about this one, and the wheel arch here. So that is not great, but as far as we can see, that's as far as it goes, and that is on all there's a bit on all of them, but this one's okay, just probably a bit wide brushing to get that out. And I will have to get brand new drums. That is looking disastrous in there. Otherwise, we have had a quick look under the car. There doesn't seem to be any sort of structural problems realistically. Sorry about that, car driving past, we haven't got the best equipment yet. There's no structural problems we've really found with the car. It's mostly just surface rust, apart from maybe the suspension arms. They're looking a bit dodgy, but we can't really tell unless we're under there. It might be a case of wide brushing them and painting them. Must to get new ones. Good thing about this car, 2002 Ford Focus, the parts are everywhere and they're cheap. Other than that, I'll take you to the engine. Okay, so going back to the engine, there's not much to really look at in here. Once again, it's an old 2002 Focus. It's a straight for, I don't know how much brake horsepower it's pushing. Probably a lot less than it was when it came from the factory after the amount of miles it's done and the amount of driving it's been doing. But it's you know, it's got enough. It gets you from A to B still. I do want to have a change at this. I want to have a look at it. What can we do? Add some performance, add some power parts, if we get the time to, and if it's possible. Not really much more to say about the interior here. It's in good shape. It's a bit dirty, a bit of like oil under top there, but nothing standing out problems. And it's been checked over many times by a few mechanics recently. They've replaced the parts need replacing. So this will really just be touching when we need to and if we need to. Okay, so the interior is actually in pretty good shape. The seats are outdated. It's dirty. Don't look down there. It's dirty. Nothing else really to say about the interior. It's boring, it's old, it's a Ford. It is what it is. Obviously it needs a clean up, it needs a little bit of work done to it. I've already replaced the stereo. I'd like to get a newer, better one. This one's came out of my old Astra. Maybe look at getting new seats if possible. Other than that, I don't really have much plans for the interior as of yet. Depending on how the outside of the car and the rest of the project goes, it can always be seen at a later date. But other than that, just generic maintenance and upkeep of the interior is all we're really planning to do. So hopefully you like what you see. Obviously it's just a 2002 Ford Focus, nothing special, but I'm hoping we can make it into something new. Not much to say about myself. I have very little mechanical knowledge. I've worked on a few of my own cars, my friends' cars, watched videos, done some research, but it's going to be new experiences for us, or for me, my friends, for hopefully you guys watching as well. And hopefully within a year or so we can take this bad boy or bad girl to the Nurburgring, and I'll probably crash it, not on purpose. I'm just an awful driver, and we'll see what we can do. If you've got any suggestions, or if you want to stay part of this journey and you want to help us build it, please comment, please let me know. That's really it. Thank you for watching, and if you want to stay, like, comment, subscribe, and once again, any suggestions, throw it in.